What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. And Sony has just released their trailer for Kraven the Hunter. Now, what's really interesting is I don't think they were actually supposed to release this trailer today. However, the trailer did end up getting leaked. And I originally wasn't going to show any footage. However, not too long ago, Sony Pictures Canada officially released the trailer on their YouTube channel. You can check it out there. Of course, we're going to go through it in this video as well. We're going to break down what exactly this movie is about and some cool twists that they have done to Kraven the Hunter. And I gotta say, this movie actually does look pretty good. And keep in mind that this movie is going to be rated R, so this trailer is actually pretty intense. I'm pretty sure this is a red band trailer with a green band trailer coming out some other time. And edit, I just finished recording this video. I looked back on YouTube. Sony Pictures has officially released the official trailer for this, the red band trailer. So that is what we are breaking down in this video. The first official teaser that we got for the movie. We're gonna break it down frame by frame. So if you love Marvel and you want to stay up to date on the latest news, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So at first, we start off with Kraven in a big city, and it seems like his senses are kind of going off, or he is visualizing what he is about to do. We see this moving van going across the street. He is visualizing attacking it, and then he runs, leaps through a window, busting it several stories high, lands on the ground barefoot, and chases down his hunt, his prey, this van, and he catches up to it. And he manages to rip the door off. Doesn't open the handle, simply rips the door from its hinges at the top. Plus, not to mention, he is on one side of the van at one point, a car is coming and is about to hit him, and he does some acrobatic stunts to get around to the other side, barely phasing him holding on the entire time. Once he rips open the door, someone immediately tries to shoot at him, in which he quickly defends himself, ends up grabbing that person, and he gets his prey. The hunt is done for him. Now, this opening scene is meant to show us a couple of things. One is how he is the ultimate hunter. He literally did all of this barefoot. He ran and chased down on foot a van, ripped open the door, and killed this guy without using any type of weapons at all. So it's meant to show us that he is the ultimate hunter, but at the same time, we hear a voice throughout this entire scene, which is the voice of Russell Crowe, who plays his father in this. His words are, "My son, never show mercy. They are prey. We are predators." Now, when he says this, it ends up on a scene where they killed what looks to be some type of a kangaroo or some other type of large game beast. And Kraven seems to be feeling kind of bad that the beast is dead. He didn't want to kill this beast, and we also see this in another scene as well. But first, to finish who his father is clearly the head of some big organization that is a type of mercenary or bounty hunters. And what they want us to see here is that his father is ruthless. Russell Crowe's character is ruthless. He's the head of this organization. He is a bounty hunter himself. He even tells them that their mother died, Kraven and his brother. He feels no remorse whatsoever for it, but Kraven says it's your fault because you sent her away. And again, no remorse. He says, yeah, well, she was weak. She was weak in the head. And this is where they show us kind of the strain in the relationship between Kraven and his father, which ultimately leads to him going against him, but we'll get to that in just a second. We continue to learn more about his father's business, where he asks his son if he knows what he does. Do you know my business? In which it shows him killing a lot of different people. He says power is about strength. If you show weakness, you will give our enemies an opening. Then it shows us an incredibly cool scene, and I actually love that they did this. They show Kraven out with his father and the company hunting. They come across a lion, and again, you can tell Kraven does not want to kill this animal. He seems to like animals, doesn't want to kill them, and that is going to be a premise in this story, that he doesn't actually hunt animals, he hunts humans. More on that. But he kind of hesitates. He does end up shooting the lion, but the lion ends up attacking him. We do hear him yell, "Run." He is most likely yelling to his brother, probably the only person that he really cares about this, because we know he doesn't truly care about his father, and the lion maims him and cuts him open a lot and bites into him. But since Kraven did shoot him, the lion is bleeding, and some of the lion's blood gets into Kraven. It falls right into one of the teeth holes that the lion made in Kraven's body. And this apparently is where he gets his enhanced superhuman strength, speed, stamina, all that good stuff from. Now, this is not how it is in the comics. In the comics, he takes a serum. That in the comics is what gives him his enhanced strength and slows the aging process for him. However, I gotta say, I do kind of like this origin that they have created now in this movie a little bit better. It's kind of cool because they say that he can use animals to help him track. And if he doesn't hunt animals, this is a great story of why he doesn't hunt animals, but he actually uses them to help him hunt humans. Now, if you want to know more about Kraven the Hunter, about his comic origins, you can check out my buddies at comicbookdirect.com. They have created a website and company that makes comic book shopping the easiest it can possibly be. They deliver comics straight to your door. You can get one-off comics, or you can sign up for an entire run and get a pretty big discount if you do so. And they'll ship the latest issue right to your door each week. They have the latest from Marvel if you're trying to keep up to date with all of the recent projects. They have the latest from DC as well. And it's an all-in-one shop for your comics. Everything that you need in one place. You can sign up for a membership to get free shipping and a mystery box each month. And the next 100 people to sign up get 20% off their first order using the link in the description down below. Now again, this change is actually really cool. Since he got a drop of the lion's blood inside of his own blood, he can now kind of communicate with other animals and they can help him track his prey. And based off of the couple of scenes that we see here immediately after this, it looks like he is hunting down people who are hunting animals. Now, of course, that's just one part of it. Of course, he's also going to hunt down mercenaries and groups like his father's organization. But it does seem like since he can communicate with animals, he is also trying to protect them as well, and they work together, which is really cool. That's also going to tie in some really cool Spider-Man stuff down the road, and we do even get a spider scene, which we'll talk about in just a bit. Now, he does talk about his father. He says his father puts evil into the world, and I take it out. I gotta address the action in this because it is absolutely insane, and I'm not one that enjoys gore too much, but these scenes are pretty epic and pretty graphic. Stabbing people in the throats, stabbing people in the faces. At one point in time, he bites one person's nose off and kind of spits it at the camera. He puts a bear trap on some person's head. This guy is going off. Now, in the comics, Kraven doesn't like to use guns or bows. He prefers to hunt with his bare hands, and it looks like in this, he doesn't like to use guns or bows, but he is a big fan of knives and other gadgets like bear traps. Also, not to mention, he uses other animals as well. Now, the next scene is rather important because we see him speaking again, probably after a long time, to his brother. It looks like his brother kind of got out of his father's organization somehow, and this is most likely the first time that he has met with Kraven in a pretty long time. Kraven seemingly tells him what he is doing, who he has become, but his brother says, well, now you're just like our father. Just another man hunting for a trophy. However, of course, it is different because Kraven's trophy is his father. He wants to stop his father, bring him down, and sort of get payback on how he treated him and killing his mother and everything like that. So he's slowly stopping his father's organization by killing all of his men, but the ultimate trophy for him in this movie is going to be his father. We see some other really awesome scenes of Kraven jumping into the air, grabbing a pole, throwing it through a helicopter and killing the pilot. A lot of scenes of him killing other people, stabbing them in the neck. And then a big scene where he finally comes face to face with his father again. His father goes to hit him, but he stops him from hitting him and says that you don't get to do that anymore. Then we see a scene where Kraven finds the fur coat, the iconic Kraven fur vest, and it honestly looks pretty dang good. One of the final scenes is in an office. A person comes in asking for Mr. Tegland, probably works for him, possibly his assistant. Kraven spins around in the chair though, having already taken out Mr. Tegland. The assistant asks, where is he? And he says, you're standing in him. He's already killed him, and a pool of blood is dripping onto this person's feet, in which then he dies at the hands of Kraven as well. So this shows us that Kraven, really, like his father taught him, shows no mercy. He has a list of people he is going to hunt, and he is going to kill them all and anybody else that stands in the way, and probably also kills anybody else that is associated with these people. He has a list. Clearly, he has a little journal that we see him write in, and he's crossing off names. These people most likely are associated with his father somehow, or are associated with some crime in some way, shape, or form, or perhaps they are animal poachers, people who go out and hunt big game animals, and now he kills them because the animals are his family. And in one of these last scenes, we even see that he has become kind of an animal himself. He is running across the walls, jumping on people, jumping back on the walls, and just absolutely running through people here. So Kraven himself is kind of an animal, and this most likely does come from the lion's blood getting inside his own. Now, one scene to talk about that is extremely important is the scene where he's in the woods by a tree and spiders are all around him falling down. This might be the scene where he gets kind of a fear of spiders. Perhaps some of them bite him, perhaps he gets kind of sick, and it doesn't seem like he can communicate with them at all or control them in any type of way like he can other animals, which makes sense because they are not mammals. Perhaps he can only communicate with mammals in the movie. But what's interesting is he clearly looks pretty scared here, and this could be the start of his interaction with a future Spider-Man. In the comics, Kraven wants to hunt Spider-Man because he sees him as the ultimate big game prize. And this could kind of lead up to that as well, since he might have a fear of spiders and he can't control them. That would mean Spider-Man would kind of be the ultimate hunt for him. So once he finds out that there's a superhero out there that has the abilities of a spider and is literally called Spider-Man, that could trigger something inside of him to go and try to hunt Spider-Man. And that's how we could get our Kraven versus Spider-Man film. Whether or not that will take place in the Sony Spider-Verse or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we're unsure at this point, but we are definitely looking forward to that. Now, the last scene kind of teases who the main villain is going to be of this film besides Kraven's father, and that is Rhino. And this is going to be a very different Rhino than we've seen from Sony. This is not a mechanical Rhino. This is indeed going to be sort of a biological Rhino, a mutated Rhino, Alexei Systovich, taking a serum, turning himself into a beast, a giant man Rhino. So Rhino is going to be pretty much the main villain of this film. Of course, his father is a villain as well. But as far as the theatrical side and a big epic fight going down, it's going to be between him and Rhino and his father. Who knows if he's going to kill him in this film? We'll have to wait and see, but clearly he does confront his father in this as well. But I can't wait to see Rhino. I hope he's done correctly. This whole trailer looks pretty dang good, and I actually am really excited for this movie now. But hey, go ahead and let us know your thoughts about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you subscribe and leave a comment, you're automatically entered in our giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox Series X, a PS5, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. The winner gets to pick one item, and we pick a winner at the end of each month. You can always follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.